everyone, and welcome to a new week of streaming, starting with the wonderful, completely normal in Pop Cthulhu, with Keeper, who is demanding our sanity, Sam. Oh, hi!
Oh, hi! Yes, welcome to the game that keeps me sane throughout the week and drives everybody else crazy. I think we should just go around and have everybody introduce themselves. Starting with, let's go with Scrap. Sorry, my thing is not updated. I will be right back.
Sure, no problem. Well, with me, I play Scott Smith, who is actual good guy. Don't need to worry about Scott. Scott is a genuine good guy out here hunting bounties, being truthful with everyone, opening up, being a decent guy. If you want to find all of my stuff, check out all the links that the bot is spamming in chat now, including all of my social links, places you can support me, sponsor information, and all that other good stuff. Burden Storm Publishing and Mayhem Press, thank you very much. They're our official sponsors, and they make this all worthwhile.
Perfect. I'm good now.
You're all good?
Yeah. And then we will next go to our lovely Carmen.
Hey, so I'm Ray with a brick, and I play Carmen Jane, a private investigator on leave, vacation, now wrapped up in all of this craziness. And last we heard, there was a huge scream and a puddle of blood, so I'm really kind of freaked out to see where this leads, but I'm also very excited.
Yeah, it's all gonna be fine. And then next we'll go to our wonderful Loinel. Okay. While Wild fixes his stuff, we're gonna skip over to Talia. Oh, are you all ready? I'll get you after.
Me? Well, hi, I'm Aniek. On Twitter, I'm @Aniekster. I play Talia, a Dutch teenager here on holiday with her German aunt, who, for some reason, managed to leave this town when we didn't. And yeah, I'm mainly very excited to see what's going on with her, because the rest of us are doing just fine. Everything's completely normal, and we're all sharing and good friends.
Yeah, isn't this how life is supposed to be?
Yeah.
Are you ready, Wild? Are you good? I don't know if that's a yes or a no, but I'm gonna assume it's a no. We'll go with Crystal.
Yes, hi, I'm Vicky, Cutie B on the Twitter, and I'm glad to be back and join the madness again. Caught up on what happened last week. So I was sitting in front of my TV yelling at it, which didn't help you, but it was kind of what I had to do. So let's see.
Yes. Yes. Let's see what happens. Okay. And it looks like Wild's ready. So last but certainly not least, Mr. Loinel.
Sorry about that, y'all. Yes, I am Wild Engineer. I am playing Loinel, who is the friendly neighborhood butcher and is the friendliest of all of us. He will be everybody's friend.
Yes.
Pressing X for doubt? No? Okay.
Can
I quickly chime in as well? Thank you very much, Michael Wayne, for that subscription and the reroll to which you have gifted me. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, you could have gifted it to the lovely Keeper, but it's okay. I won't hold it against you.
Our lovely Keeper still has 2 rerolls, and poor Scott is struggling.
Yeah. But also, like, I've been in a Scrat campaign before. So we just like to think of this as revenge. Where he had all the rerolls and I had none of them.
Valid, honestly.
Yeah. So last week we started with everybody sharing their stuff their secrets and everything. Very wholesome secret sharing around the dinner table. And we learned some deep, dark secrets about some of our characters. And yeah. And I think then we had people take turns keeping watch throughout the night while the others slept. And while this was happening, our lovely Crystal got a call that they needed some help at the hospital. The coroner was having some difficulty. The coroner was having some difficulty identifying some of the issues with the death of our beloved Mark. Thank you, Michael Wayne, for the 2 luck to Crystal. Very much appreciated. I'm sure she very much appreciates it.
I extra appreciate that because it puts the luck to 69, right? Is that why you did it, Michael? Is that why you did it? Yeah.
And on that note, I think our first set of watchers, was it the first set that saw the girl standing outside? Sorry.
Yeah, Scott and Carmen.
Yeah. And they found a note?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I did use this notebook last time. Oh, look at me. I remember things. Yeah. And then they found a note. The second watch was fairly uneventful, aside from Talia being very angry with her aunt for leaving her. And morning came. I don't remember what anybody except for Scott and Talia decided to do, because they went to the grocer's where they found somebody that was coming towards them. They heard a scream, saw a pile of blood.
The other 2 were looking under a bathroom window to find nothing after Carmen had a vision of someone jumping out the window.
Yeah, this is why we don't let me do recaps. This is the most detailed recap I've ever done. Let's just put it that way. But yes. So, on that note, well, everything is completely normal. We're going to start in the back of a moving vehicle. There's no windows. There's no there's no windows, but you see somebody sitting in the back. This person looks. Oh yes, yes.
Very much for those donations. You'll like this one because Malhadale gives you a reroll. And also, Tater gives me 8 luck, so now my luck is also at 69. And another reroll for Sammy.
Oh, thank you. You guys are so great. You guys are wonderful. Oh, I am so happy right now. Like I said, this is what keeps me sane throughout the week. So we zoom in on this in this vehicle where we see our lovely Crystal. And she is alone back there after having gone to the county hospital, supposedly. And she gets dropped off at that main intersection and steps out of the vehicle. And it's bright outside.
The typical thing, pulling out my phone, trying to figure out what time and date it is.
It is, right now it is Wednesday. I believe it is the 22nd. And you're probably arriving at like a little bit before noon.
May I also thank Michael Wayne for gifting that sub to Azarin. Azarin, you have a re-roll to gift a player. Let us know who. Or the keeper, I suppose.
I will have a look around just to see if anything looks weird, because in this cute little town, that is not so normal. So looking out for fires, dead people, whatever comes to mind, we've already faced.
No, it seems fine. It seems like every other day. Like a very completely normal day.
Then I would take a walk towards Lionel's place, because that was the last time I've seen everyone.
Okay. So you walk towards Lionel's place, and I believe that Carmen and Lionel are still there, right?
By my understanding, I thought that we had walked to, like, we had looked under the window, we didn't see anything, and then we started walking towards the grocers, and I think right before everything started happening, we got there. Because I remember that Carmen and Lionel did see the pool of blood, and we're like kind of in on it.
Okay. So, and you would see this, Crystal, as you get out. You would see standing at the entrance of the grocers, Armin and Lionel.
I would run over to them. And join them. Hi, I just got back.
I see that. So did you successfully leave completely normal, and now you're back?
I did. We drove off to the other town to make more analysis and whatever to find out really what happened to Mark. But honestly, in the end, it's the same result I already had. And then they drove me back and dropped me back here. So I guess under some circumstances you can leave.
Well, that's definitely something we'll have to revisit. We're actually trying to meet up with Talia and Scott right now. They ran ahead to the grocers while Lionel and I kind of checked around his shop. I thought I saw someone jump out a window or something weird, but there wasn't anybody there. So we're just about to meet up with them. Do you want to head inside?
Yeah, sure. Let's go inside.
Cool. We will head inside to the grocers.
Yeah, and this door is slightly ajar, because I believe Talia picked the lock.
A little bit.
Yep. And
without Scott even seeing it.
yes, it was the stealthiest lock.
Scott was
ever.
still mansplaining, and Talia was just like done. Like.
And as soon as you guys step inside, you notice everything outside gets very overcast and dark, and it starts raining and thundering. And you guys see that pool of blood in the back freezer, the storage freezer. And you see standing there, I think probably towards the bottom of the staircase, is Talia and Scott.
Scott literally with a smoking gun after trying to shoot a ghost.
Scott also frozen, as if he's seen a ghost.
Do we just regularly see them come in as well? Do we see that it's shiny daylight behind them, or?
They
Are we still seeing what? Because it was a teenage age creeper.
a little older than a
A
teenager.
little older than teenage age creeper. Do we still see her?
No, she's gone. She disappeared into the. Remember, she opened the freezer door. The freezer
went in.
open. She
Oh,
went
okay.
in.
I'm just gonna go and gently. I'm not sure where Scott is pointing his gun, but at least gently move his arm so he isn't pointing at the people who just entered the shop.
Do you still have a gun in your hand?
Just a small one.
As Talia touches Scott, he will, on reflex, reload the bolt and sort of snap out of it and look at. Sorry. Did you see that?
I did.
Is everything okay in here?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
what happened?
Well, when we came in, it suddenly got dark and stormy, and there. Do you see the pool of blood?
I can't see it, but I did see someone. I tried to put him down. The bullet went straight through. In fact,
She also walked through me. Teenage blonde creeper, no, older than teenager.
Scott's gonna run upstairs to where the bullet would have hit the wall. Oh no, wait! You said it went through and hit something on the next. Went through the wall, right?
It went into the wall, and then she had to specify it wasn't actually a person up there.
It wasn't a thud. It was more of a clink because the shell hit the ground in the next room.
A little
right?
worried you shot Crystal.
I won't go up there then. Went straight through him, straight through the wall too.
Forget shooting through him. She walked through me.
Don't. All right, both of these things are worrying.
Ugh. One's grosser than the other.
Forget
Are you
gross. How can we defend ourselves against these things? Bullets pass straight through him. You pass straight through him.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, it seems like it picks and chooses when it wants to walk through things, because if it's
She
the
did
same...
open the freezer after that.
Okay, well, I was going to say that she held your hand and
Sleeve.
whatever. So maybe whatever this is can pick and choose when it decides to be corporeal or not.
Or a child or a teenager or in the right time frame. Can I head over to the freezer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I open the freezer?
I mean, it's already open.
Great. Can I look into the freezer?
Yeah, it's dark. The lights are off.
Yes, I knew it. I'm gonna reach my hand and then feel along the wall for a light switch or something.
Okay.
Could Crystal step up next to her since she's back? She's seen her little niece, and I know I shouldn't call you little, but she still thinks like you do, with a gun in her hand. She will use her phone. It has a flashlight side, just on at least to light around that we can see.
Cool.
In the hope it works.
Yeah. That works. Yeah, and then you find the light switch and you turn on the light.
Great.
Inside the freezer is a body
Of course it is.
with a pool of blood. And can I have everybody make me a history check? Is it history? Yes, history.
Oh boy, history.
I've lost the ability to read.
Could you roll for me real quick? I gotta get things back up here.
Yeah, I'll roll for you.
I don't know squat about history.
Oh no, which one are you supposed to roll?
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Hang on.
Oh, see, I rolled the.
Yeah, no, I rolled accounting. Please ignore that roll completely.
You click the green
I mean,
one.
it's honestly, it's the same
This
one. Yeah, it's
little
the green
button?
one on. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Still not good.
Okay. Okay.
Also, thanks to Azorin for my reroll.
Yee!
Yay.
I think Ali has a reroll as well, but I have a feeling she's off gifting something at the minute, so maybe we could remind her when she comes back into chat.
And so, yeah, so you see this male body. It's a very handsome male, probably about in his 20s. For an average town, he doesn't look like he fits in very well.
Handsome male, mid-20s who doesn't fit into town.
Well, yeah, because everybody in town, remember, is very average.
Average.
Looking.
Does he have any amazing tattoos? Is he wearing plaid?
No.
Just thought I'd check. Sorry for all the camera shaking, by the way. My dogs are literally having a tug of war under my desk.
Actually, not that noticeable.
Thank
You're
God.
good.
Okay, so as far as we can tell, Scott, it's not you. You're cool.
How can you be sure?
He doesn't have tattoos, even though he's attractive.
Can Crystal step closer to the body and try, at least on a quick view, find out why and there's blood and how they died?
Oh, yeah, there's multiple stab wounds to the...
Why?
Stab wounds or meat cleaver wounds?
Stab wounds.
Stab wounds. Do we see any knives?
No. But you did see somebody.
Well, the creepy, not teenager was holding one.
Yeah. But
Would I be able to tell what kind of knife or knife size from the wounds?
What type of check would you like to make?
I might have. Let's see. Do this. I don't know. What do you think? I could just do a spot hidden.
Okay, you don't have any extra skills from butchering.
The question is when he thinks I could check as well, because based on pathology, you know how big the cut is, so you know at least how big the knife blade would be.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to roll, go for it.
So
I thought I had something for it, but I guess not.
should I try pathology? Well,
Yeah. Oh.
it was his idea, so I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to try and track the ghost.
Okay. Is that so that was your roll?
I should have called it before I started rolling it. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Oh!
Aye, that's the second fumble in a row.
Oh boy.
Well, you know, it was
You
a
have
knife.
rerolls, Vicky.
You do have rerolls.
Do I want to use it just to find out how big the knife is? I'm not sure.
Okay. Just saying.
Although, yeah, let's give it a try. Let's give it a try, Scrat. I will take one reroll. And if it's another fumble, I reject.
It was meant to be if it's another
Okay.
fumble.
No, it's better.
It looks like, you know, like a chef's knife almost. And I know that there's multiple sizes of that. I can't give you that's just kind of what it looks like, right? Stereotypical scary movie knife, right? Chef's knife in the hand.
Dicing knife,
That
that sort of thing.
The
big one that you.
Yes, yeah. The one you use for a dicing knife.
How big is the freezer? Like, who is in the freezer right now? Is Crystal, Talia, and Loinel all in the freezer?
Yeah, so this is a storage. If you ever worked in a grocery store, I don't know if you have, but like they have or even just a restaurant, even, you know, where they like store everything in the freezer.
Yeah.
It's one of those. So like everybody could easily fit in there and have a dead body on the ground.
Okay, so if there's room, Carmen is gonna kind of just walk up behind everybody and look at the dead body. And specifically, is there a mark on this person's neck? Like, is there a mark? Okay, so Carmen is going to just back out of the freezer and like put her, like as she backs out, kind of put her back onto the wall, like whichever wall is closest to her, and just kind of stand there and breathe for a minute and just look over to Scott, because Scott, you're not in the freezer, correct?
I am not in the freezer.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of look over in your direction. I think I know who that is. And I'm gonna like kind of back on the wall, slink towards the ground, and kind of sit in the fetal position on the floor.
Carmen?
I think I know who that is.
Well, who is it?
If I'm remembering how he looked the last time I saw him, which was years ago now, that is the father to my child. And with that, she'll just start kind of quietly weeping into her hands in the fetal position on the floor.
Oh, do I give up my tracking roll to go and comfort Carmen? Oh, I suppose I do. No, I'm gonna go and comfort Carmen.
You can comfort Carmen. You can also, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to resolve that before.
So like
there were footsteps out.
Oh, okay.
And you could see that. You can you can see in the blood that there's some, right. It's not like there's bloody footprints going out, but you can, because of the way you track, you can tell like the little like divots of where there would be. This doesn't make sense physically, but just, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Batman
I think we
senses,
gave
got
up
it.
making things make sense physics-wise about 6 sessions ago.
No, we can totally do this, extreme success, everything goes that sort of weird dark blue sepia tones. I can see highlighted outlines, just like Batman, it's all cool.
I can see
So, seeing the footsteps, Scott's just gonna take note of that and then go and crouch down on his haunches next to Carmen and just put a hand on her shoulder. Responsive or not?
Yeah, she'll look up and she's got tears. I don't even know why I'm upset. I haven't seen him in years, and even if I had, it would not have been a nice meeting. It's very complicated, but I don't know why I'm so upset over seeing him dead. I think it's just a little unexpected, considering it's been so long, and now all of a sudden he just shows up in Loinel's freezer. This is not how I wanted our first meeting in so long to go.
You can hear a voice from behind you. It's Mark's freezer, and I think you're also upset because this is weird as fuck.
Yeah, Mark's freezer, which makes it even worse considering that Mark is dead.
Scott's gonna reach into his jacket on the inside and pull out a freshly laundered, clean hanky and pass it to Carmen.
I think that Loinel is he's trying to find something that he can put over the body so that we don't have to look at it. If he can't find anything, he uses his apron.
Yeah, there'd be some type of. They have in grocery stores. They tend to have some type of tarps and stuff to cover food in case the power goes out. So you could probably find one of those fairly easily and put that over him.
Keeper?
Yes.
You described the man on the floor. Did you happen to mention a hair color? And if not, can we have it now?
Hey, Carmen. What's the hair color?
He has like short brown hair, kind of like a gentleman's cut almost, where it's like a little bit faded on the bottom, but it's like longer on top. And then he's got a really dark, thick beard and mustache.
I have the worst mental picture now, but thank you.
And because I asked the question, he has a noticeable birthmark on the left side of his neck.
I'm trying to figure out if underneath your dye job, if you're blonde and if your kid would be blonde. Just, wondering.
I haven't taken it off, and there's no way for you to tell at the moment.
It's fine, I'll put it on the board anyway.
I finally have a spot on the board.
You already did. You're like upper right quadrant.
I'm gonna have to look at it again because I totally missed that then.
Now,
I have to redo the timeline anyway.
We have a stronger link from Carmen to this individual. Scott's just gonna be like kneeling there, essentially just doing whatever Carmen needs. Like if Carmen just needs someone there, he'll be there. If Carmen doesn't look like she needs someone there, he'll leave. He's just gonna try and be helpful, but he's not really sure how. So he's just like giving you a hanky, hand on shoulder, and sort of awaiting instructions.
Carmen's gonna notice that, obviously, that you're just kind of like there. Take the hanky, kind of clean herself up, and she's gonna reach into her jacket pocket and take out a really long, chained, big, like oval-sized locket and open it and just kind of hand it to you.
Take the locket and have a look.
This is Ren. The gentleman, unfortunately, in Mark's freezer. His name is Oliver. And let's just say, when I first started my job, I wasn't too good at it. Oliver and I fell in love when we weren't supposed to. He was the husband of a client of mine. And Ren happened. And after I had told him that I was pregnant, he disappeared. He ran away from his wife at the time, ran away from me, ran away from him. And I gave Ren up because I knew that in my profession, in the line of work that I wanted to do, that being a single parent really wasn't an option. I don't know much about where he went or who he's with now, but I know that he's about 5. And like I said, it's been even longer than that since I've seen Oliver. So this is a shock more than anything. But now my cards are laid out on the table. I guess that's all I had left to tell anybody.
You okay?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not particularly fond of him, but because I haven't seen him in so long, this is not the way I wanted it to go.
Is there anything I can do?
Just stick around. Help me figure this out.
Oh, I tried leaving town and I can't. And then Scott will look at Crystal. So I'm not going anywhere. He says, still looking across the room at Crystal.
I will give him a nod, unsure why he's staring at me.
still hand on shoulder, being supportive, but also following another line of inquiry because it seems like everything's going okay here. Crystal, did you manage to get out of town?
I did, and I got back as well. And by the way, Mark is still dead, and he's still dead because someone smothered him, basically. So we didn't find out anything more except Lionel. In their research on Mark and his background, they found out that there are a lot of people in this town that don't like him.
Don't like me.
No, Mark.
Oh, Mark. Oof.
It was like a mix. Some people like him, some don't really. Did you know that? He was your friend, wasn't he?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, didn't really talk about that kind of thing. We kept it personal. If people didn't like him, they didn't tell me about it. It might have been on the business side of things. Yeah.
Well, they still need to do grocery shopping, so they probably didn't do it too publicly while he was alive.
Yeah. And if they knew I was his friend, they might not have wanted to tell me.
True, but yeah, I didn't find out much. Although I have to say, when I drove out, I didn't see much because I was in the back of an ambulance. So, but we definitely went to the hospital, me to Corona, which is not here. So, I guess on the right circumstances we can leave, or just some of us can't leave. And I would step up next to my niece, give her a hug, say, I'm really sorry I left without telling you. And
I would like to try and dodge the hug.
Okay, let's see how that goes.
Sure, make a dodge roll.
That reflex?
I think there's an actual dodge.
There.
Oh, you get the hug. Your aunt is used to this. She knows exactly what you're trying to pull, young lady, and she gives you the biggest hug ever.
And while I do, I would like to try to
I already put the gun away. Good luck with
You
that.
did? Okay. Then
While
after
people
the
were playing
hug,
with another dead body.
after the hug, I would stand in front of you with hands out. And giving Scott an eye, because I suspect it came from him.
Yeah, I'll take my 9 mil back, thanks.
If you're really my Aunt Crystal, what did you give me for my 11th birthday?
You need to tell me in chat so I can answer you.
It was in my background. You're supposed to have read it.
I read it like a month ago.
Are you really my Aunt Crystal?
I am.
Or are you some kind of
definitely-
weird opposite timeline imposter here to freak us all out even more?
So, narratively, if Crystal knew, she would answer immediately, right? So there's no
Yeah,
hesitation here?
I just.
Okay, so there's no
Give
need
me a
for...
second to read
okay.
it. It's definitely,
Yeah,
as far as I know, Crystal.
I was going to say, like, because if there was hesitation, then there would be actions, but we don't need to do that.
It's in chat again.
So
I cannot
the-
believe you forgot this. I'm just so hurt though.
I have in mind that I gave it, but I didn't connect it to birthday, to be honest. So the answer would be, well, I gave you your first book to, well, get a foot into the occult because we were interested in it. And it was our secret because obviously your parents should know.
Fine. I will return the gun directly to Scott.
Scott will check the chamber, check the thing, and put it away.
I mean, it clearly doesn't do anything. against the real problem here.
That is an unfortunate truth. Crystal, I'm sorry I armed your niece there, but I felt we needed
It was a little creepy in here.
It was real creepy in here.
You know, she has no idea how to use that, and she could have easily shot you.
I gave her a
He
crash
explained
course.
it to me, and I was in front of him.
And as you guys are having this argument, the door to the freezer shuts. It's not a slam, it's just a very slow shut. And it gets very cold in here. You could almost say that it's freezing in here. And it gets colder. The metal starts, the freezer is made out of starts to like frost. And gets colder and colder. You guys are shivering now.
Is my gun also getting cold?
Oh, yes.
Does the freezer have an emergency internal latch to try and open up?
It does.
Lloyd's gonna try and open the door from the inside.
Is Lionel a sweaty person?
Not.
Thank you, Ray, for you know, like you clammy, like right? Does he his hands get clammy when he gets nervous?
I would say no.
Okay.
He's too much at the front of the store to be that kind of person.
Yeah, he can try the lock. It doesn't budge. You can try to make a strength check if you really want to like try to pull it open.
Yes.
Is it the kind of lock that we can pick?
No.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah, they're like, because it's not a lock. It's not locked. It's just a knob. Where are we at? It's not budging.
Hey, we might be having a little bit of a problem, y'all. The freezer door seems to be locked.
Clarification question, was Carmen outside still? Or did she come back in for the debate?
I was like against the wall next to the door, whichever
Okay.
one had like a little
Yeah.
space, like kind of inside the freezer still. But I'm just gonna stand up kind of without saying anything, like not abruptly, just stand up, turn around, and I'm gonna start kicking the door to try and open it.
Sure, go ahead and make me either a strength or if you have some type of kick ability that I don't know about, make that.
There's 90 points in mule kicking.
Yeah, I mean, with you guys, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it doesn't budge.
I wonder if I can try punching it.
Sure, go ahead.
Fighting
Are you
brawl?
punching the door or the door or the handle? Because those are two very different things to try to punch. One hurts a little bit more than the other.
This door's
Or you can,
not going
like-
to be punched through. It's got all sorts of insulation and stuff. I'm going to try and punch the handle, break the mechanism.
Can you just shoot through the door? Isn't that your thing?
Not quite as much as this is.
It's a freezer. It's gonna make it thick.
And there you go. With that, the handle falls off and the door swings open. And this is like one of those like Superman punches where like, you know, like it's almost as if like if you didn't know any better, Scott would have like gotten a little bit bigger for a second and like just punched through like Hulk mode and then like just returned to normal.
But
I'm just
much
gonna
like
pat.
Superman, he doesn't look angry or anything. Just,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, no, it's totally like you would like this is the image you guys have. He never actually changed or anything. Yeah, he just goes up, I'm not right-handed, punches, and then is done.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna walk past him and like pat him on his arm, like good job, and just like walk out.
Does the outside of does the outside of the freezer or the inside of the store look any different than before the door mysteriously shut on us?
I was just gonna ask.
Do you know?
It's-
I
Are we
think
still
as
at the
well-
same store? What day is it?
I think as well. When Carmen walks past and like pats Scott's shoulder, I think Scott might give her an appraising look as she walks past. I think there might be one there.
So just take it and keep walking. Is it the same store at least? Do I have a floor to walk out, or is it just like black void and I fall into nothing?
I mean, do you want to make me a dex check? No, I'm just kidding. You go out. I'm sorry, I'm getting like all the notifications right now.
But
You go. Oh
I was
yes.
saying before our Carmen actually leaves, I'd be like, I'm sorry about this, Carmen, but what do you want me to do with Oliver?
Well, we should probably get him out of the freezer. This is a weird question to ask because the first body bag was weird enough, but Scott, do you have a second body bag on you by chance?
I got more back at the shack.
But we can roll him up probably in whatever Lionel found to cover him up.
Well, hey, we've got a whole house here, right? We can, they've probably got carpets or something upstairs. You'd be surprised the things you can hide a body in.
Just to be curious, why do you want to take... Well,
Where would we be taking him? I mean,
I don't want to cut up his body like we did with Lionel's. I just feel like it shouldn't be in the freezer, if at all anywhere else. I don't want his dead body to freeze to death. I may not like him, but that's kind of a little bit over the edge.
so we have basically two things. Either we call the officials that we have another body, which will make them so happy, or do you want to bury him? Because leaving him outside just like this doesn't help. Then I would rather leave him in the freezer, to be honest.
Or
Well-
we can leave him with my body.
I was gonna ask, to be honest, could we even tell somebody that we found another body, because he's not from around here, nobody knows him. I feel like this is the first time they might actually ask questions, because this person's not from completely normal,
don't
nor
we
has he
want them
probably
to
ever
ask
been here.
questions? Wouldn't it be interesting to see if they finally notice something is really fucked up here? What happened? Okay, say we bring in one of the creepy doctors, and he goes, "Of course, this is Oliver. He runs the scented candle shop."
I would be extremely surprised if
No.
that was the case, but you kind of do have a point. Maybe we should just bring someone, at least the doctor, if anyone else, in to see if he at least has seen him before.
Or
an
if they
I may-
completely deny there being a dead body, we know that there's even more things wrong in this town than we've already considered being wrong, which is high bar, actually.
If I may, now, I do try not to kill people, but I do probably have the most experience around the events of killing people. When a few bodies start turning up, I don't care how much the town acts like everything's completely normal. If bodies keep turning up around us, they're gonna start getting real suspicious.
To be fair, they haven't seen Lionel's body, and Mark went down in full view of the entire public. So that's not necessarily connected to us, even though we know better because we found the creepy meat.
Talia, you are speaking completely logically, and it makes total sense. People ain't
Wow,
logical.
I never get that part.
People ain't logical, though. You know that. And once the mob gets hold of an idea,
Maybe they'll run us out of town and we can go home.
Well, except for the fact that they won't run us out of town. They'll just run us around and around town.
Another lap.
Well, it's worth a try that I call in, because I could have the stupid idea after seeing Mark's body again to have a look at his shop. And I found the freezer, the doors open, someone broke in, looking at my dear niece, and found the body.
Also, you're literally working with the authorities now. If anybody is going to call this in, it probably should be you. Oh, you're one of them now.
I'm not, and I'm quite sure what Scott said. If too many dead bodies show up, I'll be suspect number one suddenly, because I'm not from here.
Well,
And you're German. Germans are always the bad guys.
Obviously.
That's true.
Carmen, you knew Oliver. I'd say it's your choice on how you want to proceed on this.
I think we should call it in. To be really honest, this is, if anything, the first dead body that we've encountered from somebody not from here, or from my understanding, not from here. So maybe Talia does have a point. Maybe they will start to see some sort of weird connection, and maybe we can join a couple more people on our side of trying to figure out what's going on. As I'm saying that, can I either look around or get into view how many stab wounds are on his body?
A lot.
Like extreme overkill, like mutilation, or just just a bunch and there's too many to count?
It's
I don't want you don't have to go into detail.
No.
I'm just trying to discern whether it was enraged killing, like somebody who had killed him seemed obviously very, very upset, or if it was just like self-defense in one of those situations where it's just a lot to try and keep this person away.
Yeah. Can you make me a psychology check? Unless you have something better that you would want to use. You guys are always free to argue with me about what check I call.
No, I'll use psychology. I got a little bit in there. Oh,
can you reroll that for me?
Oh, I was just gonna say.
Oh my gosh, it's even worse.
I want to use one of my rerolls because I really want to see if I can try and discern this.
Okay.
Nah. Oh,
do you want
I'll spend luck. I'll spend luck on that.
That'll be 7 luck that you'll use.
That's perfect.
Yeah, this looks like one of those things where somebody, like, they stabbed him, killed him, and they kept going.
And I don't recognize Oliver at all, right?
No, not at all.
Well, I mean, I know that the doctor may not find it weird of him being dead, but I do find the fact that whoever did this was extremely, extremely upset, kind of disconcerting. Whoever did this was really upset, which is odd, because both Loinel's dead body and Mark's dead body, like, Loinel only had one big mark in his back, and Mark was poisoned. This seems like extreme rage, extreme overkill, almost like it's escalating. And that, to me, is a little upsetting. Especially if this person or whoever keeps doing this, or whatever keeps doing this, is getting angrier and angrier.
Let's pull all the things we got. I mean, the first day we were here, there was a fire, right? No one got hurt that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, the school's on fire, or maybe the same day the school's on fire, but no one gets hurt again.
Mm-hmm. That we know of.
Then the next day, we find Mark, who's been smothered.
No, Mark is poisoned on the farmer's market. Crystal manages to stabilize him, and then the day after we get called, he got smothered while he was at the doctor's office.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
So they had to kill him twice, basically.
And then, ooh, hell, that. Okay. Then Loyal gets stabbed in the back a whole ton, but Loyal's also alive.
Yes.
And dead.
And dead.
And dead, and also potentially
12.
5, 34, and 52 or whatever.
And a stalker.
And then today, we find Carmen's relation, ex-lover.
You can call him what you please. But
Crystal?
Honestly, I don't know what to call him.
Aunt
yeah,
Crystal?
either.
In the information you got about Mark, about people who were angry at him or didn't like him, was there anything about him being a general asshole to women? Because so far we have Lionel who's stalking someone, and Oliver who abandons them when they get pregnant.
Excuse me, I'm not stalking anybody.
Currently. I'm starting to... and we do have the perpetrator is a girl.
I mean,
Could she be, considering herself some kind of vigilante dealing with scumbag men?
Sammy, I didn't get a vibe on he is just ladies don't like him or something like that, didn't I?
but it's a good point. So
yeah,
far, all the
I'm
victims.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's a good point. So far, all the victims are men. It's a link, right? That's what detectives do. He looks at Carmen. That's what they do, right?
I mean, yeah, try to put the pieces together.
I'm
I
totally
mean, that's
gonna be a
why I'm-
detective when I grow up.
It's not the best, but if that's what you want, Talia, good luck. And is there anything else on his body? Like, can I don't want to I don't want to touch the blood or any of the stab wounds, but is there anything in his pockets? Does he have a jacket on? Can I
Before you
is there
investigate,
anything else I can try to find on him?
before
Sure,
you
make a-
investigate,
oh.
Scott passes you a pair of latex gloves from his bag.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I'll throw them on.
If I wouldn't have been typing at the same time, Crystal would have also pulled out a pair of gloves as well.
I'm gonna spend 2 more luck on that.
So, you don't find. What were you looking for? I'm sorry. There was so much that was just thrown at me.
Sorry, I'm
No,
just trying to look
it's fine.
for-
It's fine. Keep doing it. I just have to remember.
I'm just trying to look for anything, whether he has a wallet in his pocket or another note maybe, or just any kind of loose things that he has on his person to maybe define whether he was doing something before he died or not.
Nope. He doesn't have anything on him. But
Sorry.
sorry. You do. I'm sure you're putting your locket away at some point. As you do this, you do.
I was gonna, speaking of the locket real quick, because Scrat had messaged me and asked what I did with it. I had taken it back from him after I showed him the picture. I had put it on, but did one of those tuck it underneath my shirt sort of thing. So now I'm physically wearing it.
Okay, perfect. You do notice something in your pocket, though, in your pants pocket, if your pants have pockets, because there's an 80-20% chance they don't. But that's a whole nother rant.
I wear
about
pants with
misogyny.
pockets.
Yeah.
I wear pants with pockets. I'll kind of feel for it and pull it out, whatever it is.
It's a note.
And I
And-
open it.
Yes, you can open it. And this note is what you will recognize as this is a very familiar piece of paper signed by Amelia. I think you know what this is, but I could keep going if you don't. Okay, perfect.
Just kind of look at it and turn it over, make sure there's no extra markings or extra notes on it, and it is just the same piece of paper that I know. And then I'm gonna turn around and walk up to Scott and show him this. It's my contract with Oliver's wife, Amelia. It's the contract I wrote for her and we agreed upon before I even took on the job, before I ever end up meeting her husband.
Hang on, Amelia, is that name familiar to me, or am I just clutching at things?
It's familiar to all of us. We found stuff about her in the library.
Yeah. And I didn't know at the time that that was the same Amelia that I was connected with. I tried to not pay too much attention because I didn't even think anybody I knew had ever been to this place. But I don't know how this got in my pocket because I definitely don't carry this around with me. To be honest, this is like a cursed document in my life. So I don't know what it means or where it came from, but it's another piece to this giant puzzle, it seems.
Clarification, Amelia spelled with an A or an E?
An A.
Okay. I mean, I think we should keep hold of it. Because it's like evidence, right?
Yeah, in a way. I'll start folding it up and put it back in my pocket then, exactly where I found it.
Is it possible that we're dealing with two killers here?
Yes.
I mean, we found two bodies stabbed to death and one
Yep.
poisoned. I mean, if you're a fury killer that likes to stab the hell out of things, what would you be doing? How would you even go about acquiring poison?
Well, the poison was strychnine, which is just provided it. I'm not going to go into this. But strychnine isn't hard to get, is what I'm saying. The first killing was the poison which failed, and then whoever did it had to sneak into the doctor's office unless the killer was already the doctor to murder him with a pillow. I could conceive that you think, you know what, fuck poison. I'm going straight for the source next time. I'm grabbing something better.
Yeah, but I mean, even when they went and smothered them, they were being sneaky. Stab wounds like this? Do you know how much blood you'd get on you?
Yeah, but in a freezer, there's at least an option to get away safe. Lionel II, or the first, was killed in an alley. Sneaking into a doctor's office when there's another doctor next door. I don't know.
Even then, why would they smother if they've got a knife? Why wouldn't they just slit the throat? They're trying not to be detected.
Yeah, because they didn't bring a knife, maybe? He was smothered with his own pillow. The cleaver was one of Lionel's, right?
Unfortunately.
So maybe there was they're weapons of convenience rather than premeditated.
Yeah, the pillow would be right where Mark was, because there wouldn't have been much weapons, at least in range to grab. And in a grocery store, I could imagine a knife being around. Crystal would start
Especially in
having
the freezer
look
when
around.
you're opening bags and things.
Crystal will have a look around. If she can find a knife, to be honest, in this room somewhere.
Sure, go
Because
ahead and make
she
me.
hasn't seen the girl with a knife in her hand.
Right. Yeah,
And
go ahead and make me a spot hidden check.
Yeah, I'm not helping you with this when you're on your own.
Can Lonel tell if like the stab wounds are from like the height of the like if they came from above or from below, you know?
Ooh. That would require a roll.
Could I do medicine on that?
Sure, go ahead and do medicine. Crystal, you find multiple knives in here. None of them look like the same blade size that was used.
Oh. Is this the part where I'm gonna watch my aunt search, because I'm still mad at her. And then when she gives up and decides this was fruitless, I go, the girl had the knife in her hand when she walked through us. So she probably ghosted it away with her.
And Lionel. Oh, good, there we go. The wounds are mostly in the abdomen. And so it does look like somebody was stabbing down.
Okay. He's a tall guy? Or not really?
Yep.
He's 6'2". He's a pretty tall dude.
Well, in order for it to go down, I mean, someone either had to be just as tall if they're not. Otherwise, they'd just be going straight forward in the abdomen. Or, interesting.
I mean, I know gut wounds kill, but wouldn't that be a pretty slow death? Maybe this was not just some kind of... I mean, maybe it wasn't just some kind of sporadic instant killing. Maybe they were like holding them and dragging this out. We could be dealing with a sick mind here.
Maybe it was done after.
And so I don't think I ever said, even though it was asked multiple times, if you guys are, as soon as you leave the freezer, you guys can come back in and out of the freezer as much as you want. It was sunny. It now all of a sudden starts pouring rain. Can
Because
you
it
all
was-
like... Yeah, because I think Carmen asked this, right? And I don't think I think too much happened before I could answer.
Because it was dark and overcast when the 3 other people entered the store, where it was already dark and overcast for Scott and me.
Yep.
So when we come out after the freezer gets locked, it's sunny,
Yes.
and now we're freezing. Now it's raining.
Now it's right.
again.
It's pouring. And can you all make me a listen check?
We all know how I do at these.
I'm gonna spend 2 luck on that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I still can't hear shit.
So Talia and Loinel hear a loud, piercing scream. And it's a female screaming. And this is like a scared scream.
Horror movie level scream.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
It's coming from outside, or?
It's just around. And Talia, you hear crying. You hear sobs.
Solving, yeah.
Do you want to both make me sanity checks?
I'd love to.
Kinda glad I
Close
can't hear
one.
shit now.
Oh, Loinel, you lucky dog.
Oof. Could have been bad.
And it's still raining and overcast.
I'm just gonna go. Whoa, are you guys hearing this?
I hear it.
The screaming and the crying and the sobbing?
Are you talking about the same thing I heard when Scott and I were, when I found the note previously? Like
I don't
last
know.
night?
I don't know what you were hearing.
I heard intense sobbing and crying.
Okay, yeah, no, then yes. But also
Okay.
after a very piercing scream. Think Scream the movie.
Oh. You
And
just heard
it's
that
pretty
right
much-
now?
I just heard a scream.
Pretty much, yeah, but I don't have a direction or anything. I just heard it.
Well, The last time we heard a scream like that, or at least you heard a scream, was before you found Oliver's dead body. Did we hear screams previously when we found Loinel and Mark's dead body? Maybe is that some sort of weird calling call or calling card?
Let me
I feel like
think
every
back
time we...
while I flip through my notes.
And if only specific people are hearing it, is that for a purpose, or is that just happenstance? Because I heard it last time, but I didn't hear it this time.
I will say before we found Loinel's body, we heard her talking. But we didn't hear her. We didn't hear anyone screaming. We heard someone talking about why he made her do this.
Well, then...
Should we just go check upstairs?
Should we?
Should we? Yes. Yes, we should.
Yes,
Yeah.
probably.
Up the stairs.
So we leave the body in the freezer, at least for...
For now, we need something to...
Okay.
Because apparently my idea of involving more locals to get more information has been cancelled.
Maybe just push back for later.
We can still get them to come and look at the body. If we leave it in the freezer, it'll stay in roughly the same condition as long as the cells don't expand too much.
Alright. I'm cool with most of the things.
At least wait until we figure out what, if anything, there is else here, or what else is here. So let's go look upstairs, and if there's nothing and it's safe, then I think we should probably call Dr. Smith to examine his body.
Up the stairs.
Can I get a marching order for the stairs?
I was already going.
Yep.
I'll go right behind her. I'll follow her right up, and I will have unholstered one of my guns from my hip. And I'll have it kind of at the ready.
I'm gonna miss Talia when she dies.
Okay. Who's after Lena?
I'm not sure. I would look at Scott, like if he wants to go last, or I should go last.
I'll take up the rear. He'll hold up the 9mm, which he hasn't yet put away, and say, Crystal, you ever used one of these before?
That is a very good question. I don't know if in Germany pathologists are trained with weapons.
No, you're not technically law enforcement.
I'm not, so I guess no.
No.
I trust you. You got my back. And she would just turn around and follow.
Yeah, okay. Scott will just put it away. He's avoiding eye contact with Lionel, who he didn't offer a gun.
Sammy, I did ask what day it was a while back. Like before and after the freezer.
It's Wednesday. And it's Wednesday. Yep.
I'll use my I don't want to use my is it dark upstairs as well?
Yep.
Aunt Crystal, can I borrow your phone?
You have your own phone?
Yeah, but then I'll run out of battery.
I will hand her my phone and switch on the flashlight before I give it to her. It's not unlocked. You will not get to my messages.
I have no interest in the other things on your phone. Don't worry. I'll use the flashlight to shine my way up the stairs.
Okay. I mean,
possibly go wrong.
Yeah, so you go up the stairs. You get up farther than you did last time.
Oh, that's good.
And you get up to the top of the stairs.
Is there a bullet hole in the wall?
There is. There's also a light switch right next to you.
Who can resist a button in any kind of game? I will use that light switch.
Okay. And you turn on the light. And nothing happens.
Guys, I think we're out of luck on the light.
Real quick question for the keeper. Is this hallway, this stairway hallway, so is it like a confined hallway where there's like obviously walls on both sides, only big enough for the staircase itself, or is it like a little bit more open?
No, it's very much enclosed,
Okay.
all the way up, yeah.
And there's a shut door at the top of it, correct?
Nope.
Nope. It's just like
It's just
another
open.
hallway.
Yeah, so it opens up, and this is like the second floor of the apartment. And there is a room. So, yeah, it's like a hallway, and then there's a room immediately across, and that's
Okay.
where that bullet hole is.
So the door's open? To
There's
that
no
room?
door.
There is
Oh, there's no door. I'm sorry. Oh, doorway. Right.
Yeah, so, yeah, and so this is like a 2-bedroom apartment with a kitchen up here, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. And it's dark,
Yeah.
but you're in the hallway. And can you make me a spot hidden check, Talia?
Yep.
Okay. You definitely see this girl, and she walks into the far room. The door is open to the far room, by the way.
I will just... I'm not turning away. I'm just going to go... girl alert! And I'll head to the far room.
Okay. As you get
Following.
to the... Yeah, are you guys following?
Do we see the girl?
Only Talia saw her.
I'm gonna follow her regardless, still with my gun holstered. I'm just gonna follow her. I don't know what's going on, but I have a feeling.
She went into this room, guys!
Yeah, we're following. I'm following.
Audie is definitely following.
My dad is going to kill you when he hears about this holiday. You don't have to worry about the ghost at all.
As you enter this room, you guys all see this girl, and she seems to be like minding her own business, kind of just sitting down with her back to you, reading. And Talia and Carmen, can you both make me spot hidden checks?
Can I... Nah, it's a success. It'll be fine. Yep. She did like books. E liked books.
And you're okay. The book... I'm sorry. You also notice underneath, so as she's reading, on the left side, you can see the knife under her hand. And Carmen, there is a sense of familiarity with this woman. You don't know where from. You just know that you recognize her.
What age is this? I'm not gonna dignify it by calling it a person.
Yeah, I was also gonna ask how old they looked.
She probably looks like she's in her 20s. And she disappears. Yes.
Did anyone know her? Like, we've all had some sort of familiarity with everyone we've seen so far, right?
I haven't. I have no clue who she is.
I think it's my turn because I don't know who that was, but something in me knew who it was.
She seems to know me.
Salt seems to know her or her mom. That just leaves Crystal and me. Great. I'm gonna start looking at everything in this room. I want all the books, all the notes, all the stuffed animals.
This is above the marketplace, right?
This is above the
Grocery store.
grocer. Yep.
So this should be Mark's place.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Do you want to make me yet another spot hidden check?
Sure, why not?
I was gonna say, can I kind of join in on that? But I'm looking for pictures. So like going through the rooms, looking at pictures on the walls. If it looks like there's a photo album, trying to file through the photo album to see if there's anything that looks like that woman.
I'm going through drawers, of seeing if anything has double bottoms.
Okay. Carmen, can you also make me a spot hidden check? And Talia, as you're going through, you do notice, or you do find, most of it's Mark's stuff here. You find a lot of pictures of Mark and Loinel as they're both 30 years old. You know, both of them in their 20s at a party. Both of them as teenagers. Both of them as kids. Both of them as babies.
In some of the backgrounds, especially where they're kids and teenagers, does it look like this town?
No, it doesn't.
Alright.
And Carmen, as you are looking for
Pictures of the woman. I'm looking for stuff, anything pertaining to her.
you don't find anything. Yeah, she doesn't seem to be here or any trace of her here.
I'll regroup with wherever Scott and Loinel are, and if Talia and Crystal are all kind of in the same area. So there's nothing of that woman, like any of her possessions or pictures here. She's not here, at least physically, materialistically. So what is she doing appearing now? Does anyone have any idea of how they know her? Apparently now 3 of us do.
I don't.
Well, maybe she knew Mark pretty well too.
Look, this is all getting a bit much for me. I'd quite like to get some air. Would you mind if I stepped outside for a moment?
I think we all should step outside and get some fresh air. You shouldn't go alone outside there. I'm sorry.
That's fair enough.
But remember, buddy system.
Does Loinel see any like mementos from him and Mark from their friendship or anything like that?
Go ahead and make me a spot hidden check.
That's gonna be a no.
Mm-hmm. It's dark here. Like, it's difficult to find really anything.
Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I definitely could also use a breath of fresh air. This is really, really weird. Way weirder than I thought it was going to get.
Speaking of getting weird, can you all make me sanity checks?
You do, but I just got back.
Yep. I waited till you got back. You're welcome. Oh,
I
this
could
is
feel
so
that
great.
bad sanity roll coming.
Oh, I
could
knew that.
feel it.
Yeah, I
Am
knew
I
that.
rolling sanity because of the body or because of the girl we've seen?
It's more like as you're piecing this all together, this is, it's starting to get weird and a little more than you really. This is more than you signed up for. Oh, I'm so happy. Can you, the ones who failed, take 5 sanity damages, please?
Does that mean we get a temp insanity?
Is it more than 20% of your starting sanity? Or of your current sanity? So, no. I think it's 20%.
No, it's 30.
I'm pretty sure it's 20%.
I think it's 5 or more.
Is it 5 or more?
At least, I'm not sure if it's in Pulp Cthulhu like that, but...
Well, Sam says,
it's
he
not.
wasn't trying to, yeah.
I'll take that.
Yep, I'm gonna go with the 20% rule.
Yeah. 20%.
Take the first number and double it.
I'm getting there, okay. Look, I might have a degree in engineering, but I can do algebra, not arithmetic.
Yeah, no, I get it. I can't do simple math. I only know this because of tipping.
If you want me to integrate or differentiate something, I got your back. But when it comes to timesing something by 2, you're on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with... Yeah. I might change that later, but for this session, we're going with 20%. So yeah. You guys are... A couple of you are a little shaken up over this, and it kind of makes sense that the 3 people who seem to have had some familiarity with her are the ones that are really wondering what's going on here. And it's really messing with you. Especially because why can't you remember? Is there anything else that you guys would like to do here?
I'll show people the pictures. Not singling out Lionel, but just saying photographs suggest he didn't grow up here.
Why don't we take the photographs outside? Then we have some light and some fresh air.
Do I recognize the background of the photographs?
When you look at the photographs, Lionel, can you make me a spot hidden check?
It's not gonna happen.
I know.
Wow, dude.
But I would like to at least give you the opportunity to get that 25% chance of succeeding before telling you that you see Mark.
Just Mark?
You just see Mark.
I mean, what are you talking about, Talia? I'm not in these pictures.
Also, these pictures are definitely completely normal.
Oh, is the rest at least seeing Lionel in these pictures? Lionel, man, I don't know what's going on with you, but you're not right.
You're definitely in those pictures.
No.
And these pictures were not taken in this town. The teenager and the baby and the kids ones.
No, they're pictures of Mark, just Mark, and they're all from the town.
Carmen, Scott?
I really need out. This is too much.
Yeah.
Outside isn't better, but sure.
Talia,
Let's
just
go outside.
put them in your bag for a second and we have a look at them again when we're outside.
I will put them with my other stash of suspicious items.
Thank you so much. And I think Crystal will begin to be like a mother hen, like shushing everyone outside. She now has 4 people to worry about. 3 going insane and her niece, which is great.
At least your niece is not going insane.
That is good
So
news.
you guys head out. Is this what's going on? Okay. So you go out. Crystal, you were right. There is a 5 points thing. We're not going to play by that. I just double checked to see what the temporary sanity rules were. I don't like 5 points because you're going to be losing more than 5 points quite often, and I don't want you guys to always be temporarily insane.
I don't like it.
I'm already under 50.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
What will we do? Nobody knows. Oh,
Can
I
you get
didn't
some sanity points from Spare Loinel? Did you like pool your points with your alternate timeline self?
Can
Absolutely not. I think that your alternate self probably has 0 anyway.
I know he's 0 luck, so.
Yes, that's true. And so you guys go outside, and it's definitely pouring rain. Can you all make me listen and spot hidden checks?
I don't wanna.
Is there like a bit of roof that we can stand under?
Yeah, so there's an awning that I assume you guys are under right now.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, so much red.
I mean, I could spend luck to make that
I'm
a
using
success,
a reroll on my spot hidden.
but I'm not gonna.
Oh, that's even worse. Never mind. At least I hear
Oh, no.
something.
Yeah, because Scrat knows what happens when you hear and see things.
I am so
No.
screwed.
This is so painfully ironic too, considering that the people who freaked out lost sanity, and also now the people who were freaked out can't hear or see anything. It's so
Yeah,
painfully ironic.
The dice
Yeah,
are
That's just
really-
karma evening the playing field. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you think you're doing fine? Listen to this.
Yep. Yeah, the dice love storytelling tonight. So when you guys get outside, I imagine that Scott, Loinel, and Carmen are pretty shooken up. They're kind of all, I assume, like in their heads right now. And they kind of seem like they're spaced out a little bit. And Crystal and Talia, you guys hear a familiar voice that starts laughing, and those laughs turn into cries. And again, this is that same sobbing sound. This sounds like a teenage girl. And Crystal, you see a very familiar shadow. Not familiar in the sense of, not necessarily familiar in the sense of this is the same girl, but you know this girl from somewhere. you know this teenage girl. And this shadow is across the street. And you can see her kind of slumped over, her back towards you. And you can see that the shoulders like rising and falling, like when somebody's like really crying, you know, and that shaking of their shoulders. And then she's gone.
Do you guys hear the crying again? Because I hear... No, first it was laughing, but now it's crying.
I hear the crying and I see her... saw her shadow across the street.
Was it by that lamp post?
Would be a question to Sammy.
Sorry, yeah, you said, was it... Sorry,
By
what
the
was that?
lamp post where I saw her? Is that where Crystal also saw her?
No, she
I'm
was
just
more
trying
by
to
the
get
bridge.
direction here.
Yeah, no, I know, and this is, no, she's, okay, so the lamppost was right outside the butcher shop.
Yeah.
Which is more, oh, good. Oh, no.
You have a map for this.
I do, that's what I'm grabbing. I also spilt on it, and I don't know what that is. Okay, ignore the well-placed oil stain right there.
It's where the girl lives.
Yep. Okay. So, butcher right here, right? So she was right here when you saw her. She's kind of more over, like, the grocer would be. The grocer would be over here. So she was more like in this kind of direction, where there's, yeah. Was that helpful? Did I?
Yeah, no, that was
Okay.
helpful. I wanted to just make sure directionally if it was like the same sort of way, but I also forgot that we switched and we're on opposite sides now. So that definitely helped.
Yep.
And there's also a weird shuffling going on with the stores.
And can I have both Crystal and Talia make me sanity checks?
Sure.
Determined to bring us down with the rest.
Pretty much, yeah.
You two are sitting in the high 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
We keep passing our checks.
Yep.
Just so
And-
damn sane.
We know creepy stuff. We are not freaked out by this.
Yeah.
Like I said last time, best vacation ever.
Well, and Crystal needed a hard success for this too, to pass the sanity check.
Awesome.
So the sanity rolls are favoring you guys.
You know, they're just waiting for the opportune moment to drag us down, and in one session we'll just go.
Me?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do now that you're outside?
Take a
Well,
second.
are we still getting someone from the town in on this?
I would say give the others like a few minutes to breathe. I would look at Scott and Carmen and Lionel just to like.
I think Lionel's just walking towards the butcher shop.
I would try to stop him if he let himself be stopped. Lionel, we shouldn't be split up. You don't know what happens when you're on your own.
Yeah, you're probably right. But do we want to are we just gonna stay in the middle of the street now, or?
Well, we are in front of the grocery store. Give us a few minutes just to sort out what we want to do with Oliver inside. And maybe just have a second look at the pictures Talia found. Dear, could you just pull one out again?
I don't really want them to get soaked if there's...
We are under a part of a roof, so we are not...
Alright. I still need to know if Scott and Carmen, if they can snap out of it for a few seconds.
Scott's just looking for somewhere to sit down. Scott doesn't really care about the rain. If there's a bench or like a planter or something nearby, he's just gonna
Bound
go
to
and
be.
take a seat. avoiding the dog that dives at him on his path.
And I was going to say, Carmen is at this
Can you
point.
make a dodge check?
Carmen is taking off her jacket. You see her take off her like leg gun holsters, and she's like putting them on the ground like to keep them dry. But she's just like walking around, stretching out, doing lunges, like trying to like kind of get her body going to like shake some of the anxiety out. And then while everything's still on the floor, I'm going to walk over to Talia and ask to pull her aside for a second. Hey, this is going to be a very weird question on my end, and maybe not as weird on yours, but is there anything in that weird book you stole from your coven that might help Scott, Loinel, and I remember anything from this woman? Because there's got to be some way to figure out why we can't remember her, and if we can't remember her, who is she, and what we have to do with all this. Do you think there's anything that your magic could help with?
I mean, we work with memory spells, but they're usually trying to get people to forget things, which is also, it's also a mild form of hypnosis. So, I don't know, maybe? Again, you're talking to a novice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm dying to try this on you guys, but, no success guaranteed. Also, no money back.
While that is kind of funny, I mean, I'm not going to ask you...
I'm trying for levity here.
No, I understand, and I appreciate that. I'm just trying to maybe find a way to get around this memory blockage, because now not only one or two, but now three of us, like I said, have this vague memory of this woman, and she keeps appearing more often now, and I'm just trying to see if there's a way that we can maybe crack this code and figure out what's going on.
I could, if we have a moment somewhere longer than 10 seconds, I can at least look through it, see what I need. Here's the thing though. I'm getting scared of Loinel, and I'm not sure I feel comfortable doing something like this with him right now, because magic is about energy, and if he's as off as I think I am, or if I think about being afraid of him at the wrong time, you have to be confident and calm while you do these things, and he, like, don't get me wrong, still having a good time, but out of our group, I trust him least, and making him part of a ritual like that, it would worry me.
I completely understand. I mean, like I said before, I know nothing of what you do or any of that, so I appreciate you confiding in me with that honesty, and to confide some in you. I trust Loinel the least as well. He's the farthest thing from trust I have from somebody right now, and I'm really kind of nervous the longer he sticks around, but also I want to see if maybe there's a purpose in him sticking around or finding us in all of this to begin with. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't trust him as far as I could throw him right now, and I understand how you feel. And
I mean, you have a past, and I understand that it wasn't at the forefront of your mind when we found things, and I'm glad you came clean as soon as it became relevant. I still have a lot of questions for Scott, but none of those things worry me the same way what's going on with Loinel worries me.
understandably so with that as well. I mean, we all have our stuff going on and we all have our reasons for things that have happened, but there is no connection between him currently and him in the past. And I have the
And he
biggest
doesn't
question
remember
with that.
his own I mean, on the one hand, it would be great if he could actually remember things, but I'm also worried about he seems to be at the center of something, and if we're going to start discovering things with occult things and magic, I think it would be nicer to start on the edges rather than diving straight into whatever big ball of black energy is causing him to think he grew up here. And start small, start safe-ish.
Well, definitely good to consider. Like I said, I didn't even know if asking this question was going to be dumb or not, but I'm kind of glad that I got some insight as to what maybe we could use it for, if anything, in the future. So,
I should probably also start coming if a number of the spellcasting components can be on the unpleasant side. But we have Scott. I'm sure he can procure things. And my aunt always helps me. So.
Well, yeah, like I said, if we need to get there, then we'll figure out how to get the components you need. I'm sure we could go a little bit farther outside of the city or the town. Scott said he at least got to shoot a deer, so
yeah.
Maybe we can get what you need if we need it, but just kind of keep it in mind, I guess.
I'll start actually, because I was going to sit and look through the book earlier, but then the girl was there again. I'll make a more conscious effort to do my homework. Said every 17-year-old ever before they didn't, but this time I'll actually try.
As you go to sit down, oh yes.
How are you guys like around the group, or did you go back inside for this?
No, I got pulled aside for this.
Yeah, I pulled her literally just probably the other side of the area that we have before it starts getting like rain.
So am I still in eyesight of y'all?
Yeah, I would assume so.
We weren't splitting up technically.
Okay.
No, we were just.
So, Sammy, can I roll a psychology to see if I can notice from their body language that they're talking about me?
Sure, go ahead.
Cool. Really?
No,
I mean,
you don't know.
Like I said, Lionel, not everything's about you.
I am probably for reroll.
Yes.
You're calling for a reroll, Vicky,
Yes,
or is that?
No, it was a reroll that I did.
Okay. I was like, oh my gosh, is everybody gonna be reroll? Like, is it gonna be like a reroll off?
I am considering spending mine to make him reroll. He has another one. That's fine. I don't care if you know I'm talking about you.
Actually,
cool. I'll spend a luck to make that extreme.
Okay. I should have made you done the crit roll, but that's okay. I forgot about that until just now. That would have been a great opportunity. You have that crit. I don't know what we call it, but the one. It's either a hearts or a 1 or a 100 in this case.
Yeah.
Right.
I do.
Either crit success or crit fail. You have 1. Yeah. And I keep forgetting about it. I even have it on my sheet. Anyway. They're very much talking about you. It's very much not in a good way.
Good to know.
Towards the end of the conversation, Carmen would probably just like pat Talia on the head and just be like, I appreciate you, and like turn around and, keeping her head low, just walk over to where she put her stuff on the ground and start putting her jacket back on and holstering up her legs again.
For image sake, how tall is Carmen?
She's like 5'6". She's not very tall at all.
So you have to reach up quite far to pat me on the head.
Literally, like she will just reach to pat you and just like walk away.
If y'all glanced at Lionel while walking away, you would have noticed that he was watching y'all.
No, I kept my gaze down. I did not want to make eye contact with you.
I see it, and it goes in the not surprised folder.
And if you guys meet eyes, he just shoots you a smile.
radiant smile back.
Can you all make me dexterity checks?
All?
All.
But my Dex.
I know your Dex, Vicky. You can do this. Go on. Defy the odds.
Can you choose to fail in Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
fine.
Oh, you made it.
I think Scott was just sitting there staring off into middle distance. He's gonna 100% fail to dodge whatever is coming.
Yeah, so what happens is it's like an earthquake. Everything goes black. It was dark and rainy before, but it now goes black. And as everything is shaking, Scott, you're knocked down. You are knocked onto. I think you were sitting down before, and you're probably like kind of just knocked, like whatever you were sitting on first of all disappears. So you're like, you get knocked right onto your bottom, because we're family friendly.
We are?
Shit.
Wait, what? No one told me this.
Sam's family friendly with this great game. This very family friendly game. That's what the quotes were for.
It's very PG-13. Here's your own corpse.
And yeah, well, this is what the quotes were for. There are things I pick and choose to be family friendly about. And you guys are in that same, if you remember, I think it was the second episode, that circle of fire that surrounded you guys. And it's that same thing. It's much quicker this time. And you get a very strong smell of popcorn. You guys are in a forest. In this forest, there's like a part that's been cut down, and there's a carnival there. You guys are in the middle of this carnival. Scott, can you just take like 1 point of
I meant to ask you earlier, we've had like some rests and things, right? Do we regain hit points in Pulp Cthulhu?
I don't know if Pulp Cthulhu you're supposed to. I'm treating it kind of like D&D, where if you sleep, you should, like, if you sleep and you've had time to shower, which you have, like, you've had time to patch yourself up, I assume you would have done that. So anytime you guys sleep, I will allow you to regain all your HP.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know that Pulp Cthulhu mechanics are a little bit different. I am not a big fan of those mechanics, especially for this game. I don't think they work very well.
She wants us fit so she can drive us insane.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, so whatever your max is, one less than that.
Valid, thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, thank you. I've meant to remind you and I forgot. And so you guys are in the middle of a carnival. There are rides. It's a little sketchy, but here you are.
Is everyone there? So all of us?
Yep.
And it's like an open carnival with people and lights and everything going on, or like out evening time?
Nope, it's in the middle of the day. There we go. The music today has not been cooperating. It's really low. I'm about to change it, don't worry. Yeah, so it's like the middle of the day, kind of. Everybody's there. Nobody seems to notice your presence, though.
Standard question. What does my phone look like? Is it working? What day is it?
You don't have a phone.
Mother. PG-13.
And again, it's middle of the day, sunny outside.
Does she still have my phone? Also
Nope.
gone?
Everybody's phone is gone.
Scott just lands on his ass and is just looking around, surprised.
God, are you okay? So when I hear the thud of a grown man hitting the ground.
No, Talia, I am not okay. I'm really not okay.
I hate this music.
Oh god, this music is not good.
You're
Can't
supposed to
tell
drive my
if-
character insane, not me.
I
Does
couldn't
anything
tell for a
about
second
this-
there if Sam was intensely focused or frozen.
Does anything about this carnival look familiar?
Nope. I mean, you're not ain't completely normal anymore. Like, this is very much not that.
God, I hate to be the one to ask this of you, but you still have that spare gun? Because if there are clowns, I'm gonna need it.
That sounds like a rational thought to me, Talia. I don't think I'll be giving you my gun on this occasion.
Like,
But guys, you're looking real stable. No, that's fine. In that case, can you please get up?
Right.
We need you.
yeah,
We need you just present and ready, and whatever the hell's going on, don't sit around on your ass doing nothing.
and you.
Come on, Scott. Snap out of it.
You've been spending
Head in
some
the game.
times around the woods, right, Scott?
Scott stands up slowly. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the woods.
Can you tell where we are? I mean, I don't recognize any of this.
Do I know where we are, Keeper?
You're at a carnival in the woods.
Don't recognize any of this woods.
Nope.
I haven't got a clue. man.
Actually,
Oh.
you want to make me a history check?
Oh, it's a fail.
You know, sorry, I had to think about this for a sec. I just remembered. As in Sam just remembered. Like, I had forgotten about this. You would remember something. Like, you don't know where you are. You have a pit in your stomach, though. And that's as much as I will give you on that.
I don't know where we are, but it's making me feel real uncomfortable, and I'm not 100% sure why.
I'm apart from the clowns. Anyone else smelling the popcorn here?
Carmen will raise her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting popcorn.
What kind of rides are there? Anything looks particularly flammable?
I mean, it's a carnival.
Everything's flammable? Pretty much.
Everything's flammable and slightly untrustworthy.
Hooray!
Do I
Okay.
see a popcorn stand or like a popcorn machine?
Yeah,
I
there
would
is a popcorn.
point
Is it-
toward it.
Is there a generic food stand?
Oh, there absolutely is a generic food stand full of all the generic foods.
Can I go there and see if I can tell anything from their hot dogs or sausages?
Sure, you go there,
Meat here.
and their hot dogs and sausages, very store bought. Like generic store brand, right? They didn't even get the name brand. It's very much store brand, cheap, slightly stale bread. You know, like a carnival. I've been to some real great carnivals, guys.
I'll follow my Aunt Crystal to where the popcorn's being off.
I'll just look to Carmen to see what Carmen's doing.
I'm just standing with my hands at my sides, like almost like slump-shouldered, like like physically I look upset, and I'm just kind of like looking around, like in almost like depressed on the face, and I'll look over at Scott and just be like, "This is getting exhausting. Where are we?
Did all Carmen's stuff come with her? The stuff that she put down?
No, I dressed before it all happened.
Oh, okay.
Before we made the check. So I do have my stuff on, I hope.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I was gonna say I looked down and make sure my stuff's on me. But
thank you very much, Prairie Starter, for the raid. Welcome, guys.
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Scott's gonna look at Carmen and very much acknowledge this depressed state. Like, he was very much the same. And he's gonna look at. They told me to get up and be useful, and they all split in different directions.
Well, let's follow after, I guess. I mean, they might have a better idea of where to go next than we do. Because right now I'm all out of ideas. This is the last place I thought we would be split out at. And I'm left with 10,000 more questions.
Anyways, he's gonna take his gun and pop the ammo out and put his rifle away. I don't want to be carrying in a place like this. Seems like there could be kids about or anything like that, but I'm gonna keep my pistol loaded just in case.
Fair enough point, and Carmen will take a second to then take off her jacket again and unholster from her legs and put it back into like the over the shoulder holster and then put her jacket back on.
Yeah, Scott's rather large sports bag now contains a rifle again.
Are there people about?
Oh yeah, there's lots of people. And as Crystal and Talia get to the popcorn booth, there's a guy sitting there. There's a small line. And it says, if you all want popcorn, just hop in the back of the line, and I'll get to you.
Anyone look familiar in the booth or the line?
Yep, that's what also Chris would stand in line and have a look around if she knows any face, anyone looks familiar.
If you want to both make me spot hidden checks.
No, Crystal and Talia together are just...
Yeah, you really are. You guys don't see anything familiar. It's all very generic faces.
Also
People
highly
are-
suspicious, but you know.
But Crystal. Sorry, I just saw that you had an extreme success. And this segues very perfectly. You do see in this sea of genericness a probably like a middle school girl with blonde hair on the other side, about to go on a ride. That's it.
I would point in that direction and see if Talia sees her as well.
She's gone. And Crystal, you see, as soon as you look back up, she's gone.
Okay.
I will patiently wait in line and keep looking around.
Nothing
From here, I'm trying to see what the others are doing, because I assume Scott would snap out of it, because he's a trained professional who is going to be very efficient in this case. I assume he dragged Carmen around.
Also, thank you to Michael Wayne for gifting that sub. I think that was the only thing I missed. What is everybody else doing at this time?
I don't think Scott has started moving towards everyone else yet until Carmen has, and when she gets close, he'd probably offer a hand, go to squeeze her hand, or something like that.
Yeah, before setting, she'll kind of like just take his hand and squeeze it and just like give him a look of like thank you. Not necessarily like saying anything, and let it go. And as she was letting go, like turn and start walking and following everybody else.
Yeah, during the squeeze, we'll be okay.
Thanks.
I think Lionel's just joining back up with Scott and Carmen.
Okay. And so this is what you guys see as you're waiting in line for popcorn.
Line even
And-
moving, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's slowly moving. He's not the
Takes
most
so long.
fast.
Can I just tip the shoulder on whoever's standing in front of us?
Oh, yeah, it's some gentleman. And he says, yes.
Excuse me, sir. We stumbled over this carnival by accident. We were walking through the forest. Can you tell me exactly where we came out, because we got a bit lost?
I mean, yeah, this is the annual carnival. What do you talk like? Do you not know where? What do you mean? You're at a carnival.
Which town is it, or which?
We're tourists.
Oh,
It's very
thanks.
confusing.
Oh yeah. Shoot, Sam has to remember.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't remember the exact town. I do remember it's in the outskirts of Los Angeles, though. If that helps you guys at all.
Mhm.
No, but thank you.
So that's California, by the way. Los Angeles,
Mhm.
California. Yeah, you guys. I figure even if I got more specific than that, there's
Wait, where did Lionel
One
go to
maybe two.
college?
It was like an in-state college, just out of completely normal.
And excuse me, sir, fine, gentlemen.
yes.
Um, we brought the wrong cables for our phones, so would you be able to tell us like what time it is exactly? We do have a train to catch, and it's hard to keep track of things.
And it seems like he's like waiting for you to say something. It's like, yes. Are
What
you gonna ask
time
me
is
something?
it, you idiot person, sir?
And kind of just looks at you, slightly annoyed, and turns around.
I hate this place.
Yeah, I am totally with you.
Do we get to the front of the line?
Yeah, about, a couple, like 2 minutes later, you guys get to the front of the line. And,
I never thought I'd say this in this place, but I'm so bored. Waiting in line.
the guy says, do you guys want some popcorn? We have small, medium, and large.
Large.
Okay, perfect. That'll be $12, please.
What? This is price gouging.
This is Southern California.
I will pull out.
I don't know what that means, but I will pay you.
$12.
Or
give
my
it
aunt
to
will
him.
pay you. Fine.
And you guys get popcorn. And about this time is when everybody else meets up with you guys.
Does the popcorn smell like strychnine?
No, the popcorn smells fine.
Does it look fine? Can I trust the popcorn?
Crystal will just grab a handful and just eat some popcorn because she's just over all of this.
Just eat my popcorn.
Like, if popcorn kills me, so be it.
What a way to go.
And she will, then turn around to the others and just look at everyone. Does any one of you have a connection to LA or the surrounding area of LA?
Carmen will just kind of. I assume we walk up and meet you at some point.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah. Sorry, I said. Yeah, I
Okay.
said
No,
when they
it's
got like kind of right after they got the popcorn, you guys all met up, or you guys got.
Not particularly. No. Why?
we are
In Southern California.
in the outskirts of LA at the annual wonderful carnival.
And no one hears us when we ask them what time it is. It's like, I'm not even there.
Does anyone know this? Would we know by now it's Southern California? Is that narrative, or has that only been out of game that we've realized that?
It is something that Crystal and Talia know. I don't know if they actually like have said
I
something.
would just
We did just tell when they walked up because
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
we also don't have. I mean, I don't know how great Vicky's topography skills are, but I don't know in American what that means for distance or location. Right? I barely know where Dutch towns are. God forbid, I know where American
Quite a
towns
bit.
are.
It's not
So-
around the corner from where we were.
No, it's really
No.
far, right?
Right. Yeah. So
We're more south.
Please help
You
the poor
guys-
Europeans.
yeah. So you guys were in Oregon, essentially, which is on top of California. It's north of California, I guess, if you're actually. Los Angeles is in Southern California, so it's I think it's like a 12-hour-ish drive.
Probably even a bit more.
Yeah, it
maybe.
might be a
But I
little bit
remember
more.
our trip that we did. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Okay.
So yeah, and so it's you guys are very much not in the same area.
When we look around, does that look like a carnival nowadays or like
As I
past
say,
times?
Does it look 80s, 70s, 60s?
Yeah.
Modern?
I mean, looks like modern-ish, maybe, like at most.
Do we see teenagers with mobile phones in their hands? Because that would be modern
No.
time.
No, that's the one thing you guys don't notice. This is also you're in the middle of the woods. A lot of people don't.
Mm.
When you go to the woods, right, people usually don't take their phone with them because you're not going to have cell service. Like, that's the whole point of going into the
You
forest.
can still take selfies and post them later.
Teenagers always have the phone in their hands.
Yeah, so what I was going to say is this might be like 10, 15 years ago. So like definitely before
Okay.
like an iPhone existed.
But we're playing in 2025. 10 years ago would be 2015. iPhones were there in 2015.
Oh, well, so I said 10, 15 years ago. In 2010, the iPhone had been out for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. It wasn't that. Like, you had to be... I didn't have an iPhone in 2010.
iPods. iPods are all the rage.
iPods,
Yeah.
Zunes.
Everyone was
Around
talking about their
2010.
iPods whilst being on their T610 or whatever.
Nokia 3410. Oh, yeah.
This was before it became cool again. In that period of time where the 3310 and that weren't cool.
So we traveled in location and in time, as it seems. Probably that's also why we don't have any phones, because we're not supposed to know when we are.
Oh, I've never even been out of the state before.
That you remember. What year did you go to college again? Ish? Did you have a cell phone?
That was about
About 2010, maybe?
what? No, it was like, was it 15 years ago? Is that 2010?
Ish, yeah. Pretty much exactly.
Okay, then yeah. No, I went to college in 2015. So,
What year was it where we were? It was like 2019, right?
it was 2015 when I went to college, so, you know, I only stayed there for a couple years, but
I mean, sorry, this is an OOC. What time was it in our usual campaign? Is it 2019 or 2025?
2025.
2025.
about 10 years ago.
Shit. I was just a kid.
I think I got you beat there.
This was about the time I was removed from school. Probably.
That's around the time most of us were still kind of in school.
Ground school, maybe.
Or out of school, barely. Does anyone of you have a connection to carnivals by any chance?
Not a damn thing.
I think the last time I was at a carnival, I was a child and barely remember it. So no.
Okay.
I just been to the ones around completely normal, but you've seen that. It's tiny.
I gotta admit, I ain't never been to a carnival before. You're muted, Talia.
Sorry. I was saying in around here we have a thing called the kermis, but it's distinctly less creepy than this. And I mean, when I was younger, I wasn't allowed to go after dark because there'd be too many drunk teenagers. Until I became one of the drunk teenagers, and then, be home before 4 and good. Can we leave this place? Can we just walk out? We meet. Is there going to be another ring of fire, Willie? Is there something we need to see here? Something we need to find here? So far, every weird jump has to lead to some piece in the 1,000 piece puzzle that we can't even comprehend yet.
I feel like we should be here to find something.
Don't we give it a try to just walk out like we don't care and see if we return here?
Yeah, try and walk away, see what happens if we don't play the game for 5 minutes. I mean, probably gonna end up back here because that happens.
It's worth a try.
Especially, I mean, Crystal, you left once. Maybe that's like, you now have an out.
Well, if we're not in completely normal anymore, maybe we'll be able to leave. Maybe there's no bearing or barrier on this at all.
Which would still be a little problematic because then we'd be walking out into 2010. But ish. I don't know exactly what year it is, but
Should we
I
give
mean,
it
in
a try?
2010 I was 2. I don't want to walk out of this forest and turn into a toddler.
I mean,
I don't.
this is the first time we've all been out of the town, so
Yeah.
All at the same time, yeah.
Brian, walk?
So are you guys gonna walk to the
Crystal will look around if everyone is joining because she doesn't want to split the group. So looking at Scott and Lionel, if they're in as well, to try to leave the carnival and see what happens. Is everyone in?
I'm willing to go if y'all are.
Scott?
Sorry, Scrat's having a revelation which is interfering with his portrayal of a character.
I see that in chat, but
I know. I'm so curious.
Yeah. Let's carry on.
Okay, then
What do we
let's
do?
leave the carnival and see if we return.
I mean, actually, no. Sorry. Can I redact that quickly? Because what I was thinking before I had the revelation was, I agree. Every time we've been somewhere, we found something. I think maybe we're supposed to find something here. Like Talia said.
Then just wander over the carnival and see what jumps at us.
I'm assuming this place is relevant since we've been smelling popcorn back at completely normal. So start at the popcorn stand and
maybe go in the
circle out.
You remember I've seen a blonde girl.
You want to go at the right?
Yeah. So let's go there because the popcorn guy for sure was no help, and the popcorn seems I guess the popcorn seems fine.
Well, let's go and find the girl.
It's a little
then.
salty.
It was expensive and it's bad.
I mean, popcorn. No, I'll take it.
It's carnival popcorn. It's always salty.
It's kind of old, stale, and too salted because in that case, Talia is happily numbing the bucket.
Yeah, like I love this type.
I
of
love
popcorn.
that type of popcorn. It's the only reason I buy popcorn when I go to the movies because everyone else thinks it's gross and to me it's the best. Yeah, Talia's also eating popcorn. I'll put this into my calendar.
Then let's see if there's something at the ride where I briefly think I saw a blonde girl.
Okay, yeah, you guys can go over there.
Scott will also grab some popcorn and will complain about the price.
Okay.
I'm not going like mindless. I am checking to see anything creepy in here yet? No, piece of popcorn. Anything creepy in here yet? Piece of popcorn.
Loino's gonna look around for any barbecue stands.
Yeah, there's usually a barbecue stand up. Yeah.
How much? What, does it get you some kind of dizzy and high or something?
Well, if you eat enough of it, it'll give you high blood pressure. There's so much salt on this.
Is it magic popcorn? Shit.
I mean, that's the standard price, sir.
Bullshit. But I'll pay and take the popcorn.
I don't set these prices. I'm just.
You're on a stall. You literally.
No, I just work here, sir.
Have a nice day.
Scott, don't be rude to the workers.
Yeah, Sam's getting flashbacks.
Sorry, alright. I just, I think that daylight robbery is a crime. And,
Come on, Scott. You know how it is when you work for someone else. Just gotta do your job.
Yeah. I ain't never worked for anyone else.
Apart from the army and the people who leave you notes.
Well, that's different. That's not working, that's just a way of life.
One of these days, I'm going to need to talk to you about the way you look at life, because this is fascinating.
Either way, just be nice to the workers, Scott.
I can buy bullets
Scott,
for less than this.
Look, Scott, if you're broke, I'll refund you the money.
It's not about that, Talia. It's about the principle of the thing.
I know $12 seems like a fair price. Very reasonable. I mean,
And so you get,
there's only one carnival, only one popcorn.
and you guys make your way over to this area where Crystal saw the little, or I guess middle school-ish. So saw the girl before. Do you all want to make me spot hidden checks, please?
Yeah, I'll fail another one. Dope.
Okay. Ooh, sorry. Okay, I see. So, Carmen, Talia, and surprisingly enough, Loinel.
I wonder if I should make this a heart. Yeah, I'll make it a heart.
You're going to make it a heart? Okay. You guys will all see this blonde girl on one of the rides, seemingly having fun. And Loinel, off in the distance, like on the other side towards the exit of the ride, you do see a couple of parents over there. One of these sets of parents should be hers. But you're too far away to kind of tell.
Is this on the ride we were heading to, or one of the other rides that we're seeing as we're walking?
It's the ride that you guys were heading to.
To recognize a girl? It's the bungalow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go. Oh, Crystal, you were right. There she is.
As you guys turn back to look, she's not there.
Oh, I swear she was just there.
Are the parents still there, or is one set gone?
Yeah, like one out of game one, or yes, one set is gone. Not even Loinel would be able to tell that one set was gone, though, right? Like, there's a group of parents like gathered around. But yes, one set is gone.
I think, like, I have a feeling like we're watching something that's already happened. I don't think we get to interfere. I think we just need to stick around and keep our eyes open and see what happened here in 2010.
And we can head towards the group of parents over there, see if there's anyone we recognize.
Yeah, sure.
Did anyone have like a perhaps a telephone conversation or something like that was significant in this sort of time? Maybe we need to stop it from happening or something like that, or maybe we don't. I don't know.
Again, I was 2. I don't think I had meaningful conversations with anyone.
Looks to the other adults.
I surely don't.
And she froze on us.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just getting good.
It was too. Could be back very shortly.
Yeah, I'm debating whether to wait or whether to.
There we go.
Okay, cool. Yep, you're good now. You're good.
Welcome back.
Okay, it was weird because you raised as well, and then I was moving, and then you said I froze. I was like, oh my gosh.
You're a little robot
no,
now, but we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. All I was saying was that no, I don't remember anything that would connect me to any sort of carnival or this time period specifically.
It doesn't necessarily have to be like the carnival. Did you happen to get with that guy? Was his name Oliver in 2010 or something like that? No, your kid was only 5, right?
Yeah.
But anyone have anything that happened just in this time? Forget the carnival for a second.
And I was in high school.
Stalking people?
What? Why do y'all keep saying that? I'm not stalking nobody.
I'm just so glad it wasn't me.
The year that we were originally in was 2024, right?
2025.
2025. Okay.
Yeah. I like round numbers. I guess it's not technically an even number, but
It's also not a round number.
yes, it is. It's very much a round number. Round numbers of 5. I taught math. Anyway, so you guys, what do you guys do?
Well, if nobody has a good answer for Scott, I still think there's something we need to see here, so I'm wandering around, keeping my eyes and ears open.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to take us back to something that we need to pay attention to. Maybe Talia does have some sort of right way in this. Maybe we have to follow her around to see what happens next and maybe understand something about her, stop something bad that's going to happen. You know, if she was on the ride and now she's not, maybe we need to look around and see if she's anywhere else and follow her there. Maybe she is trying to tell us something. And
did you say you saw her parents? At least maybe we can prove that I'm not her daddy or something. Or Lionel's not her daddy.
Oh, Scott or everybody's daddy.
Talia, that's most inappropriate.
I think Lionel at this point is just gonna walk away and just head towards towards the group of parents that he saw.
I would hook under Talia's arm and basically pull her with me to follow Lorna.
We at least say moderate this.
I'll just follow right behind them, I guess.
Okay. And you guys get there. Can you... Oh. Scott. So I'm gonna just tell you guys don't see anybody that could be... I mean, you see parents, but nobody familiar. They're all very average looking parents.
Any of them wearing plaid?
Nope.
And we can... Oh. Does... On Crystal? You still have your camera?
I will look in my handbag. Is my camera still there?
Yeah.
Because when... This is a leap. When Carmen was on watch, she tried to take a picture of the girl under the lamppost, but she was blurry and didn't quite show up. If you try and take pictures of people here, the two that are blurry are her parents? Question mark, hopeful face.
I will give it a try. I will just make some snapshots, like turning in circle around where we are, and just go through the display and see if anything is like blurred.
Yeah. I mean, they're normal pictures. They're very much not... Like, I mean, you see people. Right. Nothing out of the ordinary in these pictures.
While she's taking those pictures, can I kind of glance around to see if I see the blonde-haired girl again anywhere?
Sure. You can make a spot hidden check.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a couple places that you see her. First, you see her on a ride. And then as soon as you look away into another area, you see her like in line for popcorn. And kind of looking back, you don't see her on the ride anymore. And looking back, you don't see her in the popcorn line anymore. You don't know if you're just seeing things or if she's moving. But at this point, things suddenly go black again. You're all back and completely normal.
Shit, what did I miss?
Lionel's dead. We shot him behind the shed.
That did not happen.
Of course it did.
You didn't really miss much. We tried to photograph people to see if anything blurry shows up. It was a fail. And Carmen saw the girl here and there, and then everything went black. So, not much. And hey, we're back.
Do we go back to where we were? Am I now standing on a bench?
You're sitting on a bench.
Is it still raining?
It's still raining.
Y'all, can I just sit for a minute? This is a lot.
Yeah. I'm just gonna sit on the ground right where I am.
And there is tension. Like, everybody kind of feels this, that things are not right.
May I make another sanity roll, please?
I was about to ask you all to make another sanity roll.
I'm just so annoyed we got kicked out of the carnival before we found anything.
Yep.
Apparently I'm... That sit down's exactly what I need, I guess.
Okay. And so,
It's nice when
sorry.
someone else gets the evil eye other than your players. For
It's my
staring
dog, he's
that
so
dog
happy.
down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oof! Oof!
I think you already got it, Loina. And so here you all are, back and completely normal. It's a lot of lightning. There's a lot of thunder. It's raining.
With her phones again?
Yeah,
Usual question,
it's the same time as when you left.
which was?
Sometime in the afternoon on Wednesday.
Does anyone else feel a little like the town's on edge? Ooh. Do you think they found the
Feels-
body while we were gone?
You wouldn't feel a thing like that. And we are
It's like there's like this
standing.
undercurrent.
We are standing right in front of the building. There are turning around, looking at the grocery store. Basically, no police, no lights in the house.
Nope.
Carmen is going to open the door and not like run, but like quickly walk to the back to see if the body's still in the freezer.
There's no body. There's no blood.
She's gonna run back out as fast as she can, bust through the front door and say, his body's gone.
What?
Wait,
There's no body in the freezer and there's no blood on the floor. There's no nothing.
What day
His
is it?
body's gone.
uh, Wednesday, the 22nd of September, 2025.
We didn't reset?
No.
We did not reset. We had an outing, but we did not reset.
God damn it.
But it could still be that we branched off.
Talia, dear, do you still have the pictures in your bag that you found upstairs?
Sammy?
Yes, but before that, Carmen, can you make me a sanity roll, please? And yes. Yeah, you're pretty shaken up from this. And yeah, the pictures are still there. They're the same as before.
We still see Mark and Lionel together.
Yep.
Crystal will unpack an umbrella and hand it over to Talia, that at least she can stay dry.
I do appreciate that because I need to start reading this book, apparently.
Guys, should we all head inside somewhere where it's dry? I'm not sure if you want to go back to Lionel's place. We still have a key to the hotel.
My shack's just a little ways off in the woods.
Hotel's closer.
I also
We can-
would be curious to see if Lionel's twin other timely body is still there.
I wonder if our stuff is still in the hotel.
I'm kind of nervous about my stuff as well. I've got some more arms and munitions back at the shack. I'd quite like to go and check on them.
Would everyone be cool if we quickly sneak in Lionel's place? I want to have a look if...
Be my
To be
guest.
fair, Lionel's place
there?
is 15 meters away. If Lionel's cool with us barging in again.
And then go to Scott's place?
We can buddy system.
But we don't know where your place is, so how on earth would we find it?
No, we have, like, buddy system is Scott takes someone to his lodge, you take someone to the butcher shop, and we meet at the hotel, which is sort of neutral ground, I think. Nothing's happened there yet.
Nothing's happened at my place either yet. And it's out of the town.
Well, your notes are a little creepy.
But in the
Oh,
woods
that's
we
normal.
could check if what Scott found out that he walks out and comes back works for all of us.
Can you? I don't suppose you can just call the people that took you to the county hospital and ask for another ride, right?
Why? I need
Stuff
a
us
reason.
all, still stuff us all in the ambulance and.
I need a reason. They will not be my cab driver.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, if all you need is a local to get out of the loop, then maybe having Monel with us will get us out of the loop.
Lionel's
If he's
from
a
here.
True yeah, if he's a true
Sort of,
native.
we think. We're not sure. He could be. Lionel, can you walk us out of town?
I can try.
So, check on your double. Head Scotch Lodge, head out.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing in my pack. I mind losing everything I care about's on my back.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Carmen?
I'm
Quiet. I mean, Lionel's also very quiet, but I imagine...
I'm just trying to wrap my head around all of this. I'm actually quite concerned of where Oliver's body is, or if he's even dead, or what's going on. So, yeah, I'm here and I'm with the plan. Sorry.
Let's just focus on one small thing after the other. So, let's walk to Lionel's place. I'm fine if you're not cool and going in looking. I would run and just check if it's still there. And then we head for Scott's place.
I'll walk in too.
Maybe you have something you want to grab before we leave.
Yeah, may as well.
And maybe you have another umbrella that at least a few of us can stay dry.
I was gonna put Carmen along with me under my umbrella, leaving my aunt. Sorry, but I don't think so.
Scott is unashamedly letting himself become drenched. Wet shirt, wet hair slick against his head. Let that sink in.
Yeah, no, I'm appreciating the view very much. Why, Scott? If you think of the flat, we can have a wet t-shirt contest.
And as you enter, Crystal, as you enters Lionel's shop.
She wasn't going alone. Who's going with her?
I'm going with her.
Okay.
Yep. But I imagine Crystal enters first, or would Lionel enter first? From what I understand, Crystal is going to look for the body. Lionel is going to maybe get other things.
Like, I'd open the door for her so she could go in first.
Yeah. So as you go and you enter the room where you guys left the body, we're gonna end today's episode.
No!
Of course we are.
I think at least this is the calmest ending that we've had so far.
Still.
You call this calm? You go into a completely suspicious place, and we fade to black. Dun dun dun!
I mean, I do want to add that Lionel does walk over to his knife block, so just...
Of course you do! You murder my aunt.
I will add, my palms are extremely sweaty. I am so nervous.
I'm just waiting until I start failing my sanity checks, because this luck isn't gonna hold.
I'm surprised how well I'm rolling on sanity, which helps to just stay.
Yeah, same. Also, when Crystal and Talia are together, we pass all our checks, basically. It's ridiculous.
Well, you are one of my sanity focus points.
You're one of my sanity focus points.
That's maybe why we have okay, the most important person is here, everything is fine.
You just want to make me sick.
You're just jealous. Get your own aunt.
The butcher is going insane.
And going to his knife block. Of course he is.
You're on 40 now, right? You're way low.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
on the low down, yeah. Ooh. Okay. Well, everyone, we're going to head over to the Discord where we'll talk about conspiracy theories and all that sort of things and all the music that we heard. There was new music today, which we've not heard before. It could have just been, we'll talk about it in Discord. There's theories. We'll talk about it in Discord. Please check out all the links which are currently being spammed in chat by the bot, including social links, places you can find us online. The Discord link is there if you want to join us. Also, big thank you to our sponsors, Bird in the Storm Publishing, and Mage Hand Press. I keep trying to sandwich those two names together. Oh boy, I need to do some tongue twisters between shows. Thank you so much, everyone. This has been amazing, and we'll see you next week for more Completely Normal, and we'll be back in around 2 hours for the incredibly wholesome Doors of Dunera with a slight eerie edge. Catch you later, everyone. Keep on with the commotion. See you in a bit. Bye.